It was a complete disaster. Just trying to basically get... So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. After conquering the Sandhall roundabout 3 years ago, I needed a new challenge. And what better than the Unstone Dronfield bypass? Specifically, this green bit in the middle where the road splits in half. Connecting Sheffield to Chesterfield, the A61 is one of the few means of escape from the Midlands into the north. So it only feels appropriate that I pay my respects to it by calling it my home for 48 hours. Plus, this time I have a better camera and 0.5 times zoom, so you can actually see what I'm doing. So it's just hit 4 AM. It's surprisingly warm. I'm walking over now to where I'm going to be camping. Which is like a 20-minute walk away from where I parked. So it's right at the very back of the road, because that's where the kind of best trees were, what I found. So heading over there now. I'm at the road now, and as you can see it's pretty much empty, which is good for me. I've collected my dead drop, so now I just need to send it onto the other side. I'm now on the other side. As you can see, it's quite brambly thick. A lot worse than I was expecting. So I'm going to try and get through this and maybe find a better area. But yeah, just trying to get, I think, more into the middle of it is the goal here now. Okay, so I've been hacking away at this for about half an hour now, and I've gone from there to here. It's way more dense in here than I was expecting. I thought once I'd got through the openings that it'd be quite empty inside, but no, it's just really thick and full of these brambles and hawthorns and all sorts. So I've just been trying to clear away. I did go onto the road and I had a look to see if there was like a better, more open place, like further up and further down. But no, there's nothing really. I think this is going to be my best bet. I think down there it gets a little bit clearer. Oh, geez, that looks terrible. So yeah, I've got a little bench at least for now. But I'll probably just clear out this area. But this is probably where I'm going to have to stay. Probably try and tie up my hammock against some of these trees and the tarpaulin as well. But yeah, this is dense. So I've been continuing to hack through this undergrowth, make my way up here. That's where I started down there, so I made a bit of progress in an hour and a half. But what I'm trying to do is find somewhere where I can put my hammock, because my feet are already getting sore, so I really need to... It's going to be a day of probably just being sat in that, really. But there's just so many like little bushes, and it's making it hard to find like somewhere where I can actually just line up my hammock and tie it up to against some trees. I think what's going to work best is tying it up to this branch here. And this one here, or that one, because that'll give me a bit of height off the ground, and I've also got a bit of an open area here, so that might be quite nice, and I can kind of do all my cooking and stuff here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a break for now. Probably give it a think and cook up some breakfast, but that's what I'm thinking at the minute. First up on the menu is some porridge. It's already boiled over once. I'm amazed at how quickly this actually cooked, but yeah, I'm literally nowhere to put this at all, so I've just kind of balanced it on a tree and it's already starting to boil over again. And there we have it, complete with decorative strawberry. I mean, it's super bland because I don't bring any sugar, but it does the job. So I'm having a look at where I thought I could do my hammock, and I think this will probably work. Putting it to there, attaching it to that branch, and to that branch there, and then I can have like a little stove area there and things like that. I think it's not perfect, but it's not going to get any better than this, so I think I'll crack on, clear all of this stuff here, and set this up next. So I finally got the hammock set up, which I'm quite glad about, because there's quite a lot of creepy little spider there. All sorts of little things just crawling around on the floor. I even saw a mouse scurrying around earlier. But yeah, pretty much all I need to do now is just set up the tarpaulin. So that'll be attached from one end to the other again. And then I'll just thread it through, which is going to be needed tonight because it's going to rain and possibly even thunder as well. Bit of a chance to actually have a break. I've realised just how small this area is, because the top is only there, you can see the railing, and then the bottom carriageway, which leads into Sheffield, is only a few metres away. It almost feels as if I'm kind of hanging over it. It's strange, really, but yeah. I always keep thinking that somebody's going to see me here, but I'm pretty sure with the sunlight it's more or less impossible, so not really anything to worry about. But yeah, I didn't really get much sleep last night, so I'm tempted to just have a nap, or attempt to have a nap. So I'll take it easy for the next few hours. Just had a nap, so feeling a little bit more alive now. Next thing to do on the to-do list is to build a base for my stove, because it's currently just resting on a branch really precariously, so that'll help make my life a bit easier. The only problem is, well, everything's at like a 45-degree angle, so it's making everything so far like twice as hard as it needs to be, and as well, the ground itself is really like rock hard because of the amount, well, from what little rain we've had over the past few months. So it might take a while, but I need to do this. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Right, that took longer than I thought it would. The ground got a lot softer the further down I got, so I made this kind of base here. Seems to work quite nice, and I can just kind of sit in the hammock and do some cooking now. But look at that, got some fried eggs going. So that'll be my lunch. So I did one sunny side up, and then the other one was just a complete mess. But at least that one looks nice, so I'll be gobbling these up. But I've been using these aluminium pans, and they seem to get different compared to last time. They seem to get super hot really quickly. I've only burnt myself like twice already, so I have to be careful. And the best bit is I've also made a brew. A bit of a disaster because my setup, When I camped on a roundabout last time, it's about 3 years ago now, in the northeast of England. I basically brought loads of stuff, and it weighed me down a lot. I had all these pans and all sorts, so I've tried to go with aluminium this time to save on weight. But I've just put water in here. I boiled it, and then as soon as I picked it up, the whole thing did that basically. There's like no balance with the water. So it all just went everywhere, so I've had to do a second boil and then use like the clippers to like hold on to the side and then pour it in. It's a right operation, but it works, and I'll do anything for a cup of tea. But yeah, probably this afternoon I'm gonna try reading one of my books. I've got a camping chair, but there's literally nowhere to put it because of how much of an incline there is. I was going to dig like more of an area out, but with that little trowel it's going to take ages, so I'll probably try and put the camping chair over one of the trees down there and see if I can get it stable enough to sit on. But yeah, it's getting quite hot now. It's going to be 24 degrees or so. And you can see just where I am, there's no tree coverage, so kind of want to get out of here in the middle of the day. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I almost forgot, but I've just dug my toilet. See, when I camped on the roundabout 3 years ago, despite eating a full English breakfast, a steak, some scones, some sushi, bacon, an egg sandwich. Despite all of that, I didn't need to take a shit in the entire 2 days I was there. But I do think I will need one this time around. So this is kind of what I've gone for. The idea is that I'll rest on this branch here, and then there's just a bit of a pit down there which I'll shit into, and then I can cover it up. So this was originally my seat before I put up my hammock, so I'm quite proud of this. I'm almost excited to try it out, but we'll see what happens. So I've pretty much been reading my book for most parts of the last 2 hours. But now it's 3 PM, I've done a camping favourite of mine of scones and strawberries. And of course a cup of tea, so relax a bit, just gobble down these, and then what I'm going to do is then expand my cooking area. So I want this area to be a bit flatter, because I've kind of got like everything in trays, and then the trays kind of just start slipping down, and I've had a few cases where water bottles have gone all the way down to the bottom, and I don't really want them going to the road, so yeah, for tea time I want some sort of prep area. So that'll be good, and then I'll probably read my book a bit, and then that'll take me up to yeah, tea time. It's 6:30, so for tea tonight I'm gonna have rice, creamy korma, and mackerel. So yes, it's mackerel curry. I've no idea if this dish actually exists, but I will be creating it, and hopefully it's not an abomination. We'll see what happens. We're cooking. Well, that's the finished product. Still plenty left. I'm pretty sure I've just ruined this pan, but oh well. It's worth it. We'll see how it is. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. Okay, it is nice that. Yeah, it'll just be a waiting game to see if it does actually kill me or not. So I've finished my tea now. It was much nicer than I was expecting. Wasn't quite, well, actual cleaning up of it all wasn't quite so nice because I've forgotten washing up liquid, but water will have to do for now. I've had quite a bad stomachache the last hour or so, and I think it's because of all of the ivy that's kind of just covering the floor everywhere. So I've been careful to like wash my hands every few hours or so, especially before eating, just to make sure I'm not digesting any of it. But if I've got a stomachache, then I probably accidentally digested some of it. The only other thing for tonight is to put up the tarpaulin, because it's going to rain in a few hours' time, so I'll be attaching that about there and then onto the other side as well, and it'll just act as a tent over the hammock to kind of protect me from the rain. Yeah, despite the noise, it is getting a bit quieter now. It's about 8 PM, but yeah, still quite noisy. But yeah, we shall see. I'll probably do another video once the tent's up, but yeah, that's it for now. So this is what my improvised tent looks like on the outside. There's a string there to attach it. And this is what it looks like on the inside. It's very warm at the minute, but yeah, should do a half decent job of keeping everything dry during the rain. But we shall see. It is morning. It never actually rained in the night, or it did for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, but that was it. So everything's nice and dry. Had a bit of a line as well, because it's 10 AM, so I'm starving. So, time for breakfast. So for breakfast, I'm going to be having avocado on toast, which I'm afraid to say is a bit of a personal favourite of mine nowadays, especially before work. Yeah, I don't really know how to toast on one of these grill things, so I'm going to give this a go, see what happens, but it's probably not going to work, but we shall see. It seems to be working alright. I keep having, oh dear, well, maybe not anymore. Just turn it down. If I keep like turning it over, then it seems to do the job. Apart from that side, which I've just ruined. And there we have it, restaurant grade avocado on toast. I mean, if you avoid the bits that are burnt to a crisp, then I imagine it's probably nice, but that's alright. Best I can do with the tools I have. I got another half, so I'll have that. And then I'll probably just chill around for a bit and maybe read a bit more of a book or something until lunchtime. So I realise I haven't really given a tour of my setup here, so I'm going to do that. This down here was where I first started, and then realised, oh, hang on a minute, this isn't quite as open as I first thought. So I kind of came down here, that's where I had my breakfast, and then I've got my toilet here again, which I still haven't used yet. Then I made a path through here. It's all kind of like a human chicken run almost. Down here, right over the road, which I don't think anyone can see me, especially when it's sunny. And then this is my main setup, where I shall be cooking some fried eggs, because egg is the closest food on earth for my lunch. and I'm a bit unoriginal because it's what I had yesterday as well. This is the aftermath, and as you can see, it was a complete disaster. I kind of like cracked an egg on here, and then it just exploded and went down here, and then that's supposed to be fried egg, not omelette, and that's again stained. So I brought great dishonour to my name here, but it'll still taste good. Back on my roundabout camping video, which I recommend you watch if you haven't seen it yet, I had a go at painting. I didn't really have any view from the roundabout that I could actually paint, so I just kind of took some random things and tried painting them, but I can't really continue with this because apart from the gas canister, I don't have the oil and the jam jar, and I never got round to getting a picture of these. So I'm going to abandon this one, but if you look just up there, right in front of my hammock, you've got some like daisies and a blue sky and some trees. So I'm going to try and paint this, which I think should be, well, firstly a lot, well, I don't want to say easier, but it should be a suitable challenge for somebody like me who's not really done much painting. And I think it could actually look quite nice. I'll give that a go. I've got like a paint pot and something to mix the paints with, but I'll finish this off one day. But yeah, I don't want to just put the picture up on my phone because it'll just drain my battery instantly, so I'll give that a go. That's what it's supposed to look like. And this is what I have. It turns out that trees are much harder to draw. Well, I knew they were hard anyway, but they are just hard to draw. I like that little silver birch tree I've done in the end, but still just doesn't look very good. I kind of did like a base layer of green, and you can kind of see where it merges with, well, where it doesn't merge with the blue. I quite like the clouds. They look quite nice. The blue sky is a bit too blue. Well, I mean, there's not even a blue sky now. And then you've got this here, which isn't actually finished yet. I'm going to draw in some like flowers and probably add some rust to this girder thing. But then, yeah, it should look a little bit better after that. It's acceptable. Oh, I'll say that. For my tea tonight, it's a return to one of the roundabout classics with a Tesco finest British fillet steak and a very out-of-date garlic clove. So yeah, should be good, this one. Keep having to take it off the heat, there's that much smoke. The steak pretty much murdered my pan. I'm not even going to try cleaning this. It looks like it's even warped a little bit. But the steak, however, I'm very happy with this. Surprisingly tasty as well. So yeah, it's time to gobble this down. As the sun starts to go behind the trees, I'm treating myself to a dessert tonight, which is a bit of wine and cheese. Although I've gone with blue cheese for some reason, so I'm only probably going to manage these two and then I'll get sick of it. So, anyway. Povevo, Nudia, Oluson. It's strong but very nice. So I've had the last of my wine, crackers and cheese, and watched the sunset about an hour ago or so. Never realised that the A61 could hold so much beauty, but there we go. I've also tried to look at packing up as much as I can now, so I don't have to do it in the morning tomorrow, because I'll be leaving at like 4:30 when there's no traffic. It's not going to rain tonight, but I'm going to keep the tarpaulin up for a bit of warmth, because it's going to be a bit more chilly. Yeah, the only other thing I've done is a bit of litter picking. I try and make sure that the area is cleaner when I leave compared to when I turn up, so I'm doing my bit for the community and the environment and society, so that's all well and good. But now I think I'm just going to chill until it gets a bit darker and then try and get some sleep. So the time's 4:30. I've brought all my stuff across now, and I brought it over from the other side of the road, which means I have spent another 2 whole days camping in a stupid place, so well done me. It was a lot more trickier than I was expecting, particularly the fact that everything was just at a 45-degree angle, which made walking around tricky. Well, pretty much everything. Your feet quite sore. There's really dense vegetation in there as well. I was expecting it to just be completely open inside, but it really wasn't. So I'm looking forward to actually walking on some flat ground now. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll do this again one day.